Hey everyone, and welcome to Top Think. Today we're going to learn about 10 habits you should quit right now. Now, let's begin. Number 1, seeking shortcuts. There's no shortcut to a healthier lifestyle. If you want to change your life, there's one way to do it. You need to work hard and be patient. Change is possible. Many people have transformed their lives for the better. They've crafted new routines, they've achieved long-term goals, and they've discovered happiness and lasting success. But change is never easy. It requires incredible discipline, consistency, and perseverance. You must overcome your insecurities, confront your fears, and gradually create the life you want to live. So stop looking for shortcuts. Stop trying to change your life overnight, because change requires hard work and there's no way around it. Number 2, chasing trends. Are you a trendy individual? Do you want to be cool or fit in? Many people change their lives to impress or attract other people. You pick a job that other people respect, you wear clothes that other people like. Other people's opinions are important to you because their opinions inform your self-esteem. And if they don't like you, you may have trouble liking yourself. But no matter how hard you try to fit in, trendiness is not an identity. In fact, the harder you try, the more you suppress your unique sense of self. You may lose touch with your passions, your opinions, and your individual style. The more you try to be popular or attractive, the more confused and dishonest your identity becomes. So, it's time to stop and ask yourself, what do I enjoy? What makes me happy? These essential questions help you to sculpt a strong sense of self that's unique from everybody else in the world. So don't be afraid to go against the grain. Stop thinking about what's popular and start thinking about what makes you different. And that way you can look, act, and feel like the unique person that you are. Number 3, impulsive choices. Do you make impulsive decisions? Do you recklessly sacrifice your time or resources? Anyone can swipe a credit card or waste a few hours of their time, but impulsive decisions create guilt and regret. You wake up the next day wishing you did things differently, but you don't have to regret the decisions you make. If you think carefully, you can be proud of your choices. So instead of feeling guilty, you can walk away from every situation knowing you made a smart decision. But how do you do it? How do you consistently make good decisions? Before making any decision, big or small, take 5 minutes to yourself. During those 5 minutes, ask yourself, will I regret this decision tomorrow? If the answer is no, then you can move forward with a clear conscience. But if the answer is yes, it's time to walk away. Number 4, fearful compromises. Do you crumble under pressure? Do you have the confidence to stand your ground? It's scary to fight for what you want. You can't be afraid to disappoint people. You must approach every conflict with confidence. Otherwise, your wants and needs will take a back seat. So if you want to change your life for the better, you need to stand up for yourself. Don't be afraid to put your needs first, because your needs matter as much as anybody else's. Someone may put pressure on you, but you can and should stand your ground. Now, of course, it takes time, practice, and courage to stand up for yourself, especially to friends and family, but this healthy habit is worth the time and effort. At the end of the day, you have a responsibility to yourself. You deserve to stand up for what you want because there are people in the world who want to take advantage of you. There are people who want to control and manipulate you. Unless you have enough willpower to defend yourself, then you may spend your life under someone else's thumb. Number 5, hypocritical advice. Do you practice what you preach? Some people teach others how to live their lives. They coach their friends and family members, telling them how to solve their problems. Yet they rarely take their own advice. The truth is, these people give advice not because they understand something special about the world, but because they need to feel important. They want to be admired for their wisdom or insight. They want to put themselves in a position of power, and it doesn't matter how hypocritical they sound as long as they gain attention and respect. Anyone can rattle off generic words of wisdom. Anyone can tell you how to solve your problems, but only a small group of people practice what they preach. If this sounds familiar, then stop giving people advice. Stop searching for attention and respect by teaching others how to live. Instead of telling other people what to do, work on your own problems. Listen to yourself because you understand your issues better than anyone. Number 6, fearing scarcity. Do you have a scarcity mindset? Are you worried there isn't enough success to go around? Many people give up on their dreams because they're afraid of failure. They're afraid of investing effort into their goals and earning nothing in return. In other words, they believe success is scarce. The chances of achieving success seem unlikely, so they're unwilling to take risks or invest time into their goals. This destructive mindset is the reason why many people don't succeed. They avoid opportunities because they believe success is a gamble that they can't afford to take. But success isn't as scarce as you may think. If you work hard and you dream big, there will always be enough opportunities to go around. Instead of thinking in terms of scarcity, think in terms of plenty. The world is full of knowledge, money, and opportunities. It's not a risk or a gamble to believe in your future. Number 7. Constant worrying. Do you worry constantly? Do you struggle to achieve your ambitions because you're afraid of the obstacles in your path? Like many people, you may be overwhelmed by stress on a daily basis. Every time a new challenge comes your way, you panic. You imagine all the different ways you can fail or embarrass yourself. Instead of making progress or facing your fears, you fall back into old habits and your worries get the best of you. So, how do you stop yourself from worrying all the time? How do you clear your mind of doubts, fears, and anxieties? There's no foolproof method that works for everyone, but there are dozens of different coping mechanisms which may help you overcome your worries and fears. For example, talking to a friend is a great way to relieve anxious thoughts. When you voice your concerns, you realize how irrational they sound. You learn to laugh at your fears, and your worries don't seem so worrisome anymore. Physical movement is another great way to calm your anxiety. Going for a walk can help you release restless energy while changing your state of mind, especially if you incorporate a change of scenery. Stepping outdoors, even for a few minutes, can clear your head and set you on a new path. Number 8. Unnecessary sacrifices. Are you a people pleaser? Do you feel bad every time you have to say no? This is a trap that many people fall into. If someone asks for a favor, you always say yes. Why? Because you worry too much about what other people think or feel. You regularly compromise your life to humor other people. You may be afraid of disappointing others. You may be worried about your social status. Either way, you sacrifice your time for the sake of others, but no one wants or needs you to make these sacrifices. People can handle themselves. It's not your responsibility to solve their problems. You can say no whenever you want to, and as scary as that sounds, they're not going to hold it against you. And even if they do, their happiness should never weigh on your conscience. In other words, you have nothing to feel guilty about. You have every right to make your own decisions, and if you want to make a sacrifice, don't let anyone stop you. But if you don't, that decision rests entirely in your hands. Number 9. Desk dining. Do you eat lunch at your desk? Eating at your desk encourages bad habits. Just think about all the stress of your workplace. When you break for lunch, you're supposed to escape that stressful environment. But eating at your desk allows that stress to linger and weigh on your mind. It may be convenient to eat at your desk, but this bad habit negatively impacts your eating habits. It encourages you to eat faster and pay less attention to your food. In other words, you accidentally eat larger portions, causing you to crash in the middle of the afternoon. But there's another important reason why you should stop eating at your desk. Lunch is often an opportunity for people to socialize. Whether you're eating with your coworkers or going out to a restaurant, it gives your brain a necessary break from your work. Every time you socialize, your brain gets a boost of energy, and that energy helps you stay productive throughout the afternoon. So, stop eating at your desk. Change your environment, socialize with others, and give your brain the break it needs and deserves. Otherwise, you may spend your afternoon feeling stuffed and sluggish. Number 10. Avoiding responsibility. Do you blame your circumstances on other people? Do you surrender responsibility for your failures? This may be one of the most destructive habits on this list. Many people are unable to take responsibility for their mistakes. When something goes wrong, they struggle to identify their weaknesses. They act like victims in their own lives, and they continuously blame others for their losses and failures. Naturally, this mindset makes it impossible for you to change your life. So if you're unable to take responsibility for your mistakes, you're never going to learn or improve. You're going to make the errors over and over again. But if you accept responsibility and identify your weakness, you can fix your problems and change your life for the better. Hey, thank you for watching Top Think, and be sure to subscribe because more incredible content is on the way.